Everyone, I got another toy review for Dale's RV from The Walking Dead, the TV show, not the comic book. McFarlane made quite a few construction sets for The Walking Dead. They made a prison, the interior for the prison. They had Rick's when he woke up at the hospital. There's a tower. I have a bunch of them. I'll probably do reviews on those eventually. Because they work so well for Minimates. The scale is probably the most perfect I've ever found vehicles and buildings that are prefabricated that are Minimate scale. The actual figures for this piece, the Winnebago, is Dale and a walker. These figures, the last couple of reviews I've had, I talked about Playmobil and Mega Bloks and how their figures are actually pretty nice and well put together. These figures are trash, I guess is probably the best name for them. Like Dale, you look at them, they look super, ultra detailed for as small as they are. But there's no posability. The waist pieces, you can pull them apart at the arms and waist and the head, and most of it doesn't really fit together very well. They do have a clip on the bottom of their foot for a stand, but the stands really aren't that much bigger than their feet. Their actual feet, the square inches or whatever, is probably about the size of the stand. So you got to find a sweet spot just to get him to stand up. The zombie's leaning against a lawn chair because I just didn't even bother with him. Dale was hard enough to get to stand on his feet. But like I said, he's actually really detailed. If you get a good look at him, I mean, it's a good likeness for Dale on the TV show. You can tell that's that actor, whoever he is. But as you can see, his arm, there's a swivel, just his arm doesn't fit in there right. If you look at his waist, you can't see it from this angle, but there's a huge gap in his waist. I just could not get his legs to go in any farther, and they just kept falling off. And then the zombie, like I said, there's a really good paint job on these for as small as they are, because they are tiny. But again, they're just impossible to get to stand up, especially with the stands they give you. It's not like a Minimate or any other figure where you can get it to stand on its actual feet. Then there is really no articulation, the waist, the arms, and the head. That's it. There's no elbow articulation, nothing. So anyways, yeah, they're garbage. The Winnebago itself, actually, no, let's go to the lawn chairs. I got to put on Dale's extra legs real quick for you. So this is how Dale sits in his lawn chair. The lawn chair itself too is pretty nice looking. Looks very realistic for its size. I'll show you the top of it before I switch back to the Winnebago itself, but that's got a lot of detail on it too. I mean, you can see the wrinkles in the actual umbrella if you look at the bottom of it. But as you can see, Dale's feet don't touch the ground. That's how he sits in there, and his feet don't touch the ground. So anywhere you display this, what are you got to find something to put underneath there, a log or whatever. I got a picture of him sitting on the roof on my other page, My Other Toys, but and maybe I'll have to put up some shots from there later tonight with these figures besides my Minimate shot I'll do with it. But he can't even put his feet on the ground. It's just kind of dumb. What's the point? But here's the top of the umbrella. There's some tears in it. Just like I said, tons of detail. The zombie's got a ton of detail. This other lawn chair has a ton of detail. But, really the star of this show is this Winnebago. So it actually was pretty easy to put it together. There we go. Okay, yeah, it was pretty easy to put together. You got to identify a lot of the pieces just to get that W on the side, and there's other few detailed pieces, but it was actually no more difficult than a Lego set. And usually I find McFarlane building blocks to be horrible to put together. If you make a mistake, they're impossible to get apart. But this thing went good. So then the Winnebago door, opens. What am I doing here? It's got a screen door that doesn't stay in, so that's another thing that sucks about the set. It just falls out. Pretty lame. But I'll use it in shots. I'll make sure it stays in there. But yeah, of course it closes. And it looks like the door's not even fit in there really right in the first place. Unless it's supposed to be like that, but it looks kind of bad with this crack right here. And obviously this, if you even get close to this antenna, it falls off. Yeah. But anyways, there's a ton of detail on it. Let's give you a rotation here. Yeah, even the front end. I mean, you can see all the cracks between all the bricks, but otherwise it's really realistic looking. The bumper on it, the headlights, the roof is really, really detailed. As you can see on the far right side, it says Chieftain on it and stuff. It's, just a ton of detail. You can see the building blocks, but yeah, a ton of detail. Like I said, it scales perfectly for Minimates, and it looks realistic. Very realistic. That's what I really want in a lot of my, props and other stuff. As realistic as possible, less kid-like. Now, as you can see here, one of the neatest features on this Winnebago is the awning actually rolls out. You get a roll-out awning. It's one solid piece of plastic, but it's as simple as four bricks, 4 dots, studs or whatever, to pop on the rolled-up version on, and then the rolled-out version, back on or whatever. So, it's just really neat that they put this on here. I just love this Winnebago. I've had it actually sitting in my closet for an embarrassingly long time. I just didn't feel like putting it together. And then finally, I just kind of thought, oh man, it's time. And I'm glad I finally did. I really regret not doing it earlier because it's a great addition to the fleet. So anyways, you can kind of see in the background, I got a couple figures set up for a Walking Dead shot. And then you'll be able to see, how well they scale with this actual vehicle. So here we are. This is my Walking Dead setup. Looks like I need some more light or to readjust ones I do have up. But this will be them scavenging for supplies. Got some zombies in back. I'll have to add to it. They're actually behind the camper. But I'll have to move them around or move the camper or do something. Move my background back a little bit farther, get the right angle in there. But this is my shot. I think I'm going to do a few more with it. Maybe them going to Herschel's barn or something like that. Yeah, like I said, it's very cool. Actually, I don't even remember how much it cost me. That's how long ago I bought it. It's been a while since I picked it up. So glad to finally have it built and ready to have its picture taken. Anyways, thanks for checking out the review. And hopefully we'll get some more McFarlane toy review Walking Dead sets. I'll get some more videos up for all this, all the McFarlane stuff. So anyways, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you around.